Good. Okay, so it looks like we have Unbeatable versus Shazenix in bracket 1. And bracket 2 is Negra versus Carol.
Awesome. Where's the challenger? Where are ya? Yes, I would like to trust that link, Discord. I thought I clicked that button before.
Yep, says live on mine. Daniel says we have sound.
All right. Citizens of Aereo. This is the first time you're hearing this, so let's go. Welcome to Stream Day, to Tournament Day, to a super special edition of our affiliate tournament. We have round 1 and a whole new bracket and tournament stream to bring you tomorrow. Double whammy weekend. I'm Nugget coming to you live on Twitch, and we're broadcasting on YouTube as well. Those of you who are just hopping in, the perfect time to snag that screenshot and upload it into the Discord, into that community channel for some free titanium. We've got a $3,000 or $4,000 prize pool, and our block finals to finish off for 2 different brackets today in our anything goes format. That means any element, no restrictions, no holds barred, a fist fight, maybe if we have no offhand weapons. We'll see. I'm joined by Ross, as always. How are you doing, sir?
So good. So good. I mean, how could you not love a Saturday of Titans action, followed 24 hours later by a Sunday of Titans action? That's right, folks. We have the Anything Goes 1 tournament happening today. Anything Goes 2 happens tomorrow, and we will be here holding your hand figuratively through the whole thing, giving you the hottest takes and the baddest breaks.
That's right. We got our players matching up as we speak. We have a lot of content to bring you.
Yeah, we got 2 brackets. We got bracket 1. We're going to see the finals of that. We're going to see the finals of bracket 2. That will lead us to grand finals,
Yes.
all of which will be best of 3. In bracket 1, we're going to have Unbeatable playing Shazenix. And in bracket 2, we've got Negra versus Carol, a team stompanya. Battle to the death, a team kill, if you will,
a team
in semifinals.
Not the infighting, no.
That's right.
You hate to see it, but you love to at the same time.
Yeah. It's been a pretty noteworthy week in Reign of Titans, especially in the competitive scene. We had a new patch drop on Wednesday, I believe. So players have had just about 48 hours to adjust and experiment with these new scroll changes and element changes.
Yes.
So we'll see what has risen to the top today.
Lots of overall balance changes, lots of changes to certain scrolls. A lot of balancing with our elements. We saw some buffs and some unbuffs. to quote someone I know.
Yeah, that never happened. It was just into the ether. Some not buffs. There were some buffs and some not buffs, of course. Lots of some elements got some love. Like Dawn got some love, some damage increase, and some mana decrease.
Yes.
Poison got some love with scrolls like Drink Acid, which is now a 100 heal.
Whew.
Which Poison needed. Let me not get it twisted.
Yes.
Poison needed some of that, but we'll see how influential some of those scrolls that became better, noteworthy better.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a spicy beverage, I'd say.
Ooh.
Nerfs to see in Dusk. Dusk having a little bit of change to their drain effect percentages. Lava also that's scary to me, having reduced mana costs for lava.
Yeah. Yeah, lava. I mean, here we are in bracket 1. We're not going to see a lava. We are going to see a Dusk, though. But lava is definitely more interesting than it was before. We've got Forest versus Dusk here in bracket 1 finals. Panthro MFG versus Cataplasm A.
Cataplasme.
There
we'll
it is.
Figure it out.
Nailed it. But yeah, I mean, one of the things we're seeing here is a Dusk main hand and offhand weapon combo we have not seen in the previous, 6 or 8 weeks, where Dusk has been very good. Not generally used to seeing the mallet and power glove, but here we are.
We've got the double shield set up for Panther OMFG, this Forest Titan, with the shiny, the legendary, the gold. The gold. Flexing
I love gold.
I love gold.
The shield bash there, not hitting for, I mean, it's usually sort of pivotal in this matchup in terms of dealing one of the top 3 damage scrolls in the Forest deck, but you're usually trying to get that defensive stat up as high as possible before using it. But again, when you draw it this early in the game, you just got to play it. And 98, 98's not a joke.
It's fine.
But it's definitely not ideal. Yeah.
Right. Don't want to leave it in the hand too long, create that hand jam. But an interesting setup so far. A lot of back and forth, not too vast of health differences here. Agility stats tied, so we're getting coin tosses for each scroll slot resolution. Cataplasme back to baseline stats now. Panther with that bolstered 40 defense. Would have loved that earlier when that shield bash was in hand as well. And just then, Blood Magic comes through for Cataplasme, putting them back in the green. And then Panther's defense continuing to climb. What's going to happen here?
Yeah, I feel like generally the way this matchup works is that Forest just takes a beating while they get sort of their combo in line, and then they hit you for like 400 damage in one turn. But we've already seen Shield Bash, which usually is about a third of that damage, and we just saw Vine Attack as well, which is another one of those defensively leveraged scrolls. But thanks to Nature's Boon, I mean, anything can happen. Literally everything becomes Forest's friend.
Yep.
Oak Strike, another one of those big damage scrolls, and thanks to the 80 defense, Smacky of the day so far at 117.
117.
And here comes the Meditate to keep Panther fresh for next turn. Cataplasm sort of in an odd spot here. No defense, not a huge amount of mana, not a huge amount of healing left after Blood Magic has already popped this game.
Yeah, kind of seems like the resources are drained. Still 12 scrolls to go through.
Oh my, here we go.
Ope, Defy Logic.
This is the combo piece. Oh, there's the debuff from the mallet, which is probably why Cataplasm playing the mallet.
Yep.
Good
Log hit should hit hard. 86. Vampiric Strike.
Vampiric's going to be the end.
Yep. There it is.
Fast. And game... Yes, fast. And game one goes to Panther.
There it is.
Panther OMFG.
GG's.
Yeah, that was the combo turn I was talking about. Living Woods to pop it off. That buff is on paper, it looks ridiculous because I don't think there's another single scroll that buffs a stat more than half of that. Plus 80 is wild. And especially when you can, with Nature's Boon, just really put that to work with all your scrolls. It is deadly and takes down game one. Obviously, the mallet choice, perfect for Dusk here. But Shazenix could not pull it out, even after lowering the defense by 50. still took it right on the clock.
We'll see what the adaptations are coming in here. Game 2. Is this going to be Cataplasme's tournament stock? Is this going to be the end of the journey today?
Yeah, I mean, we knew coming in that Dusk was going to be not quite as broken as it has been for a while, lowering the drained percentage by 10%. So each application of the drained keyword is now only 25% of lifesteal instead of 35. And I feel like we saw a measurable difference there in game 1. Cataplasm, instead of that health bar being a massive rubber band like we've seen in past tournaments, Dusk healing is more, I'd call it more reactionary. Like, you can't just throw it out whenever you want. You can't spend your health, all willy-nilly. You can't play all of those health scrolls and then just say, it's fine. I'll just play all of these life steals. Got to play a little bit more in line. Get in line, Dusk. And that's coming
in line.
That's coming from a Dusk fanboy, but
figure it out, Dusk.
That's right.
Quote of the day from Ross there. Put it on.
Oof, there's the concussion blow. Lowers the defensive Panther, but they are going for it with the Living Woods.
95 defense with the shield bash for a wallop of a 176? 175? That was insane. Cataplasme.
It's over.
Done.
It's over. We thought the last game was fast.
Jeez. 18 scrolls still to go. Goodness gracious.
Yeah, that was scroll slot, Scroll slot 3 of turn 2. Just to put that in GG's. That's all we can say.
Are we sure there's no lava titans? Did I have a stroke or something? And
you have not had a stroke. We are indeed going to see lava versus Spike in bracket 2. But wow, this forest hitting like a lava titan, and that was after concussive blow, which brought its defense down under triple digits.
That shield bash would have been it. That shield bash would have been it if the concussive blow hadn't done it. That would have been it.
Yeah, hanging by a moment there, thanks to the debuff. But wowza. What a match, and unbeatable. Moving forward to grand finals, Shazenix done for the day, and now we move to bracket number 2, Negra versus Carol in a Lava v Spike is what I hear. Good old-fashioned draw. Maybe that's just rumor, though,
Maybe we'll see. A good run from Cataplasme, but that is it. We'll see who will face off against this Forest Titan after we decide the winner of this next bracket.
Yeah, I mean, Forest hitting so hard. I wonder if they even have a preference who they play against or what element they play against here. I feel like Spike, known for its debuffs, but doesn't really have... it doesn't have any you're gonna get worse debuffs from Mallet and Power Glove than you are from any single scroll in Spike. But the fact that they can layer them on top of each other and get that spiked keyword going is, I guess, on paper is a worse matchup.
Spike 2, let's see how these Spike players have adapted. I mean, clearly you're at the top of the affiliate tournament bracket here, but having those increased mana costs and a little bit of a nerf to the damage output could be interesting. Like Forest's defensive wall, Spike is the element to utilize to help cut down and cut through that wall, but do they have enough output and enough synergy to make those damage numbers go big? Because that Forest wall is hard to get through.
Yep. And I feel like, I don't know, Lava's game plan is fairly straightforward, right? Hit as hard as you can. It doesn't
big number.
Yeah, it doesn't really have much of a disruptive personality in terms of changing how your opponent has to play. I think Spike has a little bit of an advantage, at least in that way, but we shall see here momentarily, folks. We're getting bracket 2 finals lined up for you. But in the meantime, you can hit the follow button on the stream. Nobody's followed the stream yet today. I would love to celebrate, the first one to do it. And the second one. I mean, frankly,
anyone.
all 700 of us, But yeah,
Yeah, we're getting
here.
close. That number's climbing. 6
And we're
followers to go until we hit our goal on Twitch
ooh.
anyway. Um,
Yeah.
haven't checked the
Subscribe on
YouTube
YouTube
following.
if you're watching on YouTube.
Definitely hit that button. It's free. It's easy. You don't even have to hit the bell. If you want to hit the bell, you can. But I'm not going to tell you to do that. You're a person. You can do whatever you want on the internet. I am just a disembodied voice
I'll tell
that
you
you're
what you
listening
should do
to.
though. You should definitely take a screenshot of you
Yes.
watching the stream and you should post it in the Proof and Submissions channel in the Reign of Titans Discord for free titanium in-game currency to buy weapons and scrolls. That's free. I mean, all of those options were free, but this is like, ROI out the roof.
Easy
Here we
peasy.
go. Bracket 2 is set up and we are ready. It's going to be Pluto versus Eruption. Spike v Lava. We have the Golden Forsaken Sword versus Power Staff and Second Wind over on the lava side. This is going to get, I think this is going to get pretty feisty pretty quickly.
I'd say so. No offhand. Classic for the Spike. Some things in the meta have a firm vice grip.
That's right. All right, starting it off.
Mm-hmm. There's the magic concentration, boosting that magicka already. Of course, Lava's game plan, always make that number go high and then hit them hard. 125 already. Sonic Boom going to hit for 101. Eruption in the orange already, down by about 100.
Yeesh.
No stats, except for that spicy magicka.
No stats for you, young Lava. And especially without any agility, they're going to be taking even more of a licking at the beginning of the next turn. Going to have to pray they're alive and have some healing on board. Pluto's trying to finish this thing sooner than not. Mana Drain going to keep Pluto in the fresh levels. Purification going to peel off all the debuffs. And Eruption coming back to at least starting stats. Oh, and instantly gone again. Fireball
for 100.
Bracket 2 finals getting crazy out here.
Lots of stat lines on both. We've got more mana restoration for at least another turn for Eruption. Still gonna live with 2 more turns with those cut stats.
Yeah, this is an awkward part of the game. I'd say Eruption needs to find some of those second wind scrolls, try to get some more mana pumping through their veins. Here comes the Disarm Trap, going to take Magicka down, but Flaming Blight still getting played. And is it enough?
Oh, man.
Not quite there.
Not quite. Holds on with 4, able to heal.
The instant healing afterwards, brilliant.
Oh, really, really, really smart scroll slot choice there.
Yeah, they've seen the future. They've seen the future. Pluto hanging on by 48 health and returning fire with 93 damage. Floor is lava. Is it enough?
Lava. No, 25.
No, not yet.
Still left in the tank.
Die another day, and Pluto gonna resolve first. Could they close this thing out?
We've seen 91. That's well within the wheelhouse of a so-called unbuffed Spike.
Not buffed.
Not buffed.
Also, Pluto with, 50 mana to start the turn, not a huge number. Regeneration is the call.
Yeah.
Did not have the 91.
Oh,
but you know who does?
Pow.
Eruption.
Eruption.
Bringing the pow to close out game 1 of the Bracket 2 finals. We're going to run it back.
Geez, well done.
GG's. Eruption going to have to win one more. Pluto, on the other hand, going to have to win back-to-back here in this best of 3 to earn a spot in Grand Finals.
True Finals.
That was wild. This Spike v Lava. I mean,
That's a dynamic matchup if I've ever seen one.
and Spike got the things they wanted there. They got him debuffed.
Yeah.
I mean, Lava was debuffed for almost the entire match, which is kind of what you have to do. You have to hope you get that Forsaken, and maybe even here on the mulligan, you have to just hard mulligan and try to get Forsaken Sword.
You want those stats to be gone if you're facing a Lava.
But here
Even
we are
50
talking.
Magicka was
Right.
doing triple damage already, triple digits.
Yep. And we were talking about the mana efficiency of Lava has been increased. You can do more with less mana after this most recent patch. And we saw Eruption playing just scroll after scroll. I mean, I thought they were going to end it the previous turn because they actually played 4 scrolls there. Floor of Lava just not quite enough to put it away.
Quite enough.
But with the weapons like Second Wind, keeping them nice and spry. Here's Pal, hero of the match last time.
Opening things up.
Oh, man, the Forsaken and Entangled combo. They're like, you will have no stats.
I think they heard us.
They've been listening. Here comes the Blight. Even with no stats, still hits for 80. And Eruption still has enough to play. Agile Defense, get some of that mana back for the next turn. Keep the barrage going. Pluto doing everything they can to find the right pieces to keep the Lava at bay is really what you're going for. Which is the best part of Forsaken Sword, in my opinion, is that you can apply pressure yourself and damage while stripping down your opponent of all of their buffs, which is super good. I mean, we've seen it for a few months going now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Burning Scroll. It is happening. Lava's getting juiced. Disarm Trap just in time to strip it back away.
Yep.
Oh, Mana Drain might play a big role here. 70 mana spent on the next scroll. Spike Kick for 101.
101. Fireball for 86. And the Major Restoration coming in for Pluto there. Bring them back nice and healthy, taking over the lead. Floor's Lava, however, probably chipping away. Yep, 23. Same amount of damage as last time.
Yeah, this is just not a game state that we saw pre-patch of Lava having, equal health and Lava having more mana than the Spike.
Right.
Usually Lava, if they're not drawing their mana cards, which I do realize Eruption has drawn a bunch of their mana regen scrolls this game, but it's just not the normal situation we're finding Lava in. And this could be the closer. We'll see. 217. Nobody's safe. Oh, the Entangled, though. Eruption going to put
a
layer of defense down.
Caltrops.
Arcane Magico. Getting that Magicka number way up. Even the Magma Dart going to get wild for 42.
The spit for some disrespect, of course, as always.
Oof.
Ooh, 109. Pluto here going to be in a little bit of danger. 81. Oh my gosh, Eruption hangs on with 7. Ooh.
7 health, Eruption, and the agilities are tied.
Not the coin toss. Ross, I can't handle this.
You gotta think that both players have lethal damage in hand.
I do hope. I mean, it's 7 and 50. It's 7
and 2.
Lava
Bracket 2 finals. It's gonna be Pluto.
There it is.
Game.
Wow. Jeez.
That was wild. And here we go into game 3. Right?
Into game yes.
Into game 3. 1v1.
Yep. Eruption took game 1. And now we move into game 3. Here it is. First game 3 of the stream. Goodness gracious.
What a coin flip. Absolutely wild. Yeah, the odds there that Lava had a closer is pretty good, but actually not super great. 50 mana to spend to deal 50 damage, I think, is about what it was.
Yes. Mild opportunity.
Yep. All right, let's get it rocking. Game 3. This will decide who goes to grand finals and who's got to sit and watch. A team stomp on you, team kill here. Carol versus Negra. and Spike v. Lava. Been a show so far. Let's see what the draws are like. It looks like Erupcion did not have to do any mulligan shenanigans. I don't know truly if Pluto did or not. Here we go. The instant debuffs from both players.
Immediately.
There we go. Moving forward, though.
Erupcion with a real big opener here.
Yep, gets that second wind at the end of turn to get some of that mana back. I will say Pluto's heal timing has been flawless.
Oh, yeah. It's been perfect.
All 3 games heals for max on that major recovery.
First time that Eruption has had a green stat in the agility column there. Must be nice. I'm
That's
terrified.
Right.
What
in before another Forsaken Slash, you know? It's going to be courage.
Yep, right
extra
away.
Green.
All of the green.
At least for a second. Purification going to peel off the debuffs, which are non-existent. They were thinking there was going to be a Forsaken Slash from Pluto. Did not have it in hand. So all in all, a scroll slot wasted, but hindsight's 2020. They're going to wish they had that purification later, I'm sure. But played it when they knew they needed it, because here we go. This match is going to be over before we know it.
95 Magicka, 85 still scary, but also still in the driver's seat. Erupcion, 31 agility. What's the play? 213 is definitely in the wheelhouse, but 80 mana, not a whole lot to play with. Pluto looking plenty healthy with that resource, however. So let's see how this shakes out.
Almost identical health stats to the ending of last match, by the way. 213 and 207. You're not safe. You are not safe. Disarm Trap going to keep Pluto a little more safe with all those debuffs, but oh my Phoenix!
Oh, finally things. 184.
Here we go. Energy Punch to get a little bit back, but are they safe? Well, they're safe from the mana well, that's for sure. Does Lava have a closer here? Same situation.
Oh, yep. Sonic Boom is gonna bring it down close. 129. Oh my god. No, and the agility buff or debuff still hangs on with Erupcion.
Pluto gonna have the agility advantage, and I can only imagine gonna lay the killing 30 damage on them thick and move to grand finals.
Needle attack should do it.
Zowie.
Wow.
Game, set, and match.
GG's.
What a match. I mean, we said Spike had the tools. It's just whether they draw them, right? I mean, expertly played by both players there. But if Lava draws perfectly, they crush that matchup. If Spike draws perfectly, they crush that matchup. And I think we saw a little bit of both in that set, which is awesome.
Super cool matches.
And now we've got our grand finals all set up. It's going to be Forest versus Spike to see who we crown as affiliate. Anything goes day one. I mean, I guess we can't call it a 2-day tournament because they're 2 separate tournaments. Right. They will be a tournament champion. What is it called? Kick of the Phoenix, technically, or I think I called it like Phoenix Flapperoo.
Phoenix Flapperoo is the new hello. I know the game devs are most of the team is busy in the Belgium activation, but that needs to be changed now.
It was in Spanish and I butchered it, chat. My translate was a little off, but
Rising Phoenix or what? Yep. Well, it's fine.
It was good. It was good. And the animation is so aggressive for that scroll.
So over the top and awesome. It's super cool.
Part of me wishes some of the animations took longer than they do now. I realize that's a hot take and people are going to really hate me for it, but there are some that are just worth Imagine if a scroll is going to deal over like 150, it just like goes into super slow mo, and you just have to watch it coming. You know, you just have to once
Like an
once it
alt.
goes, yeah. Once it goes into the freeze frame, like you are just in for a real smackaroo. Whew. All right, unbeatable versus I think Carroll.
Yes.
I think
It
in
will be
grand finals.
Panther OMFG versus the Spike Titan we just saw, whose name literally just ran away as if it was burned by a phoenix. Yes, Pluto.
Yep.
As if burned away by a phoenix.
Hey, Team Stomp on Ya manager saying, "Bring on the mallets," because they know
Bring on the mallets.
The best weaponry for tearing down the physical wall of Forest is the mallet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to tell players how to play, but I am here to inform the young and uprising players. If you know you're playing against the Forest, mallet is a reasonable option every time. It does damage and it debuffs the defense. Mm-hmm. So
you would think an axe, but no.
That's right. That's right.
This is Aereo. Things are weird here.
Champion's axe should be like, it should just say chop down. If you're playing Forest, they lose all their defense. That would be nutty. That would be nutty, folks. But yeah, shout outs to all the teams out there. I know this isn't necessarily affiliate tournaments, aren't necessarily team tournaments, but as usual, you train with these people, you converse with these people, you talk strategy with these people. And so representing your team on affiliate day still feels pretty good. So shout outs to the teams, the managers, all the players, all the practice partners,
yes,
etc.
Indeed.
And while we're at it, shout outs to production team, shout outs to the Reign of Titans team, shout outs to the affiliate hosts for today and tomorrow. I see Daniel in the chat. So you've done it again, my friend. You are the wizard, the affiliate hosting wizard, if you will. And then tomorrow, a different pair of hosts, which we will celebrate then. Whew. Chat, did you guys take your screenshot yet? You guys take your screenshot yet?
I hope so.
Yeah, get some free titanium. Get some free titanium up in there.
Easiest titanium you could have.
I'll do mine, I guess. You know. Who doesn't love free titanium, people? I don't want to hear anybody complaining when all these new effect changes come in and different scrolls are in demand. I'm going to hear people, "Oh, my scrolls are so expensive." Should have got that free titanium. You got two tournaments this weekend. Cash in, people. Cash in.
2 opportunities. Players are getting matched up. Here we go. Carroll versus Unbeatable. We've got Panther versus Pluto. The battle of the peas. Here we go.
The battle of the peas. 2 peas in a pod, some would say, here in grand finals. Pluto versus Panther OMFG. Spike v Forest.
And we've got gold weaponry facing off here, too.
Oh, my eyes cannot handle it.
It's
all the gold.
Swing.
And the reflectiveness of the Mad Mirror. You know,
Mad Mirror. It's not good. Everyone, put on your eclipse glasses. We need goggles like Pluto's rocking right now. Taking a look at the stat line before these things start to kick off. Pluto going to be in control for at least this first round, and now definitely moving forward with the Entangle dropping right away.
Yeah, just getting back into it. Pluto with 35 magic already, ready to just jump in there.
Long hit with 40 defense. Flying kick going to come in for some damage. 70. A nice little opener from Panther there. Agility lead that Pluto had at the start, gone immediately. Absolutely.
If it's anything... We saw the mallet power glove earlier. Now we're seeing mallet mad mirror, which sort of has similar effects. Mad mirror stealing from defense on 2 scrolls and all stats on one of its scrolls, which is pretty sick.
This is madness just popped off there to steal.
Lots of red in stat lines. Which, I feel like stat lines used to be sort of the news last patch, and it's now, I feel like, same news, but like in a healthier state. If in my opinion, so far, 48 hours in, navigating stats, buffs and debuffs is still a very integral part of the game, but it's not necessarily as straightforward or, absolutely necessary as it was in the previous patch. Daniel giving some love in the chat to his other helping people, the people that help him host. So shout outs to the entire affiliate hosting team.
Yes.
Oh my, here comes Living Woods. Plus 80 to the defense. Is it go-go time for Panther? And maybe just playing it purely as protection. I mean, still building the defensive wall, and it gets just getting instantly stripped down, little by little, thanks to the spiked keyword, thanks to the mallet and the mirror
and the spit.
Oh yeah, can't forget the spit, folks. Can't forget the spit, folks.
Reminder here: this is our grand finals match, which means hot off the presses. This is a best of 5. Best of 5.
Best of 5. I love that. It's same Titans, best of 5. So no elimination gauntlet. If you all are familiar with our other tournament scene, Titan tournaments using that format, but affiliates going straight up, 1 Titan, no changing weapons during a match. So in that entire best of 5, I think you have to play the exact same weapon setup. But we are going to see the at least 3 matches to get this thing done. There's the plus 85 for Pluto, doing great again. 1,000 punches going to hit for 76 and take away most of that regeneration.
Still a comfortable lead for Pluto here, though, and now back to agility base stats for both players. Pluto's going to resolve first.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Spike scrolls. I don't know. Quill spray. Maybe spike kick does 91, especially with 40 magicka. But instead, we're going to see the mana drain first. Oh, here's the reversal. Going to steal some defense away from Pluto, which is pretty cool. Oh my, it's getting dire for Panther though.
35, barely
energy punch.
Oh, energy strength. Going to get right through that.
29?
Wow, holds on with 6. I stand corrected. Pluto, what's left?
No, rock smash.
The rock slam will do
and it's over. Panther dead. Pluto up 1-0 in grand finals. Wow. I mean, I think that was ideal circumstances through and through for Spike, right? Just kept every defensive buff. They just had a debuff on board. Again, the spiked keyword playing a massive role because it is on so many of those elemental scrolls for Spike. And then pair that with the weapon scrolls. It's almost half of the scroll deck for Pluto is somehow negatively affecting the defense of Unbeatable. I mean, yes, Unbeatable. We're getting into game 2. Again, you got to win 3 to win the whole shebang. Pluto up 1-0. Players get to choose if they want to keep their original hand or toss it back for the low price of 30 mana. It looks like both players choosing to keep their original hand because we would otherwise see their mana bars adjusted at the beginning of the match. And we're off to the races.
Let's see what stat line is immediately changed.
Yeah, we'll see if we get the the double entangle combo. It's going to be Mad
Mrs.
Mirror
Madness, yep.
instead into reversal. And then straight into the spiked keyword. We were just talking about this. Oh, catches a
cancels.
big one.
The 1,000 punches is going to come through.
Quill spray. I think that was for 50 mana. Gets canceled. So that's that. I mean, the cost is part. The damage is part of it. The cost is part of it. Those disruption or mirage scrolls just really pivotal to hit on the right attacks, and that was a good one to grab. 50 defense for Panther, not where they want it to be, but it's better than where it was almost the entire last game. One layer of spiked keyword applied currently, so -10 defense. And here comes the full debuff with Entangle. And again, another layer of spiked keyword down to just 100 defense.
Just a measly 100.
That's right. So peasants numbers. I don't think we've seen Living Woods yet. So it could have gone up to 180 just instantly, which would have been bonkers. We do know that at 180, Shield Dash deals like 300 or something.
I think Living Woods was just played maybe the last hand or so to get up to that 100, but now we're cut at the knees. No, no defense, no nothing.
Stats for you. That's right. Pluto, though, at almost half health, not necessarily in a safe spot. But until that defensive number goes up, Forest doesn't really have, an insta kill potential in any of their scrolls.
Right, Oaken Shield going to bring up that stat line for defense a little bit more. Energy Strike going to hit and get a little bit of that healing back. Here's the Flying Kick for 60. And then a Vampiric Strike to finish off the round for a little bit more healing for Panther. Just going to eke ahead of the health lead.
Yep, just a touch of health advantage. But sub 200, nobody's safe. I mean, there's enough mana on the table for anybody to do anything they really want this turn. What's it going to be? Courage is a good start for Pluto. Plus 20 to all stats. No debuffs in sight from Forest. They are just all gas, no brakes. Here comes about half of the health total of Pluto. Gone from Oak Strike. Oh, there's half more.
Oh,
can they close it? No, gonna have to pump the brakes for Manuel.
Need the resources.
Die another day.
Yeah,
Panther seemingly in control here, but is going to activate second thanks to the agility numbers of Pluto in that courage. I mean, I will say without courage, they'd still be at 16, which would still activate first, but courage is putting a layer of defense and offense and that agility between them and losing this match.
I don't think Pluto has 177 in the chamber right now. Major recovery.
The shield bash.
Major recovery just in time. Shield bash for 96. That is perfect timing on the healing for Pluto.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't have any other choice. You got to heal there or take it to the chin.
Yeah.
Here comes the mallet. This is the clapback.
Ooh, -80. Big heavy hit. Force of nature from Panther.
Not enough. And the agility stays the same. 36 to 11 means Pluto going to have first say at potentially the final turn here in game 2 of Grand Finals. What kind of show do they have in store?
97, much more achievable for Pluto, but still.
Okay.
Spike Slash.
87, not enough. Resistance.
10%. Oh, Caltrops are gonna take it. Yes. GG's. Wow.
And that's 2. Closing it out with the Caltrops. Style points for Pluto on that one.
Yeah.
But it was a scrap there at the end. I mean, nobody had a whole lot of mana. That's why scrolls like Caltrops are so important, is you can still leverage your Magicka stats, and you can just toss it out there when you've got barely anything and just close it out. So, well played. Pluto up 2-0. Whew, the major restoration there to clutch. Sticking in that one. Cut them trees, says a cut them trees indeed. We do not promote deforestation.
We do not.
When you cut down a tree, you should plant 2 more, chat. That's all you should know. So this grand finals, we should plant a whole mess of trees.
Whenever you defeat a forest titan, you need to donate something.
You can claim it's an invasive species, right?
Oh yeah. There we go.
It's not natural to this habitat. We must remove it. Mm. And even still, you should plant a couple trees, you know?
Yeah. Plant some ones that are in that local ecosystem. That'd be nice.
Grand finals, game number 3. This could be the end. Pluto up 2-0 on Panther OMFG. We'll see if they can close it out 3-0 and a handshake, or if there's going to be a little spark in Panther. It's interesting. Forest usually able to sort of wall up and get their combo in place and make it happen. But I think what needs to happen here for Panther is they need to hit Pluto for like 300 damage. I mean, they got to draw perfectly, and they've got to get Pluto to play scared, I think is what needs to happen. If Pluto continues to be reactionary and just sort of control the stat line of Panther, I think it falls that way. But if Panther can surprise them, if Panther can somehow, oh my, is this it? 8 Living Woods on turn 1? I mean, you have to if you've got it, right? You can't hold it for 5 turns. All right, we'll see what they can get out of this. Resistance check. They're up to 125. Do they have the shield bash? Come on, baby. I'm cheering for it. I just want to see the smackies.
I want to see this glorious smacky. 115 will still be quite a lot. There it is. How much?
Yo, 184.
184. There goes your whole dang health bar. Crazy.
I've seen the future, chat.
And it's full of shields.
Yeah, right. You know what's even crazier about that is that every scroll that Pluto played last turn, three instances of the drained keyword were applied that turn. So there would have been 30 more defense on that crushing shield slam. Ay. There's the mallet just to make sure. Panther at -65, now -45, -45 on their defensive stat. Oh man, there's the mana drain. Panther might be out of gas, but not before they get through one more. Oh, so good. Getting him down into 68. This is scary for Pluto. And the mana well, great pull from really Panther.
Clutch. Yep. Rock Slam still is going to get through.
This is the exact situation I was talking about. For Panther to just scare Pluto into having to play a little bit differently. Now, Pluto's still able to lay on damage while they sort of scramble. But Panther at least has a shot here. Do you have 88 in scroll slot 1? Question mark. Questions we must ask ourselves.
Questions that need answering.
Okay, reversal. Gonna peel away the only 20 defense of Pluto.
Oh, and then Entangle gonna come through. The regen also for Pluto.
Pluto back above triple digits, but only momentarily, I'd have to imagine. Fine attack for 67. Is it enough?
Ooh, Timber.
44 into 46.
Oh, no.
Pluto's alive.
Pluto hangs on.
And they get to react first in the next turn. Pluto might have to just call it a game 4 here. Game 3 of grand finals right here, right now. Pluto hanging on by a moment. They do the okay, mana drain, but is it enough? Panther still has 60, and they've got it.
They've got it.
Yahtzee!
Nature will do it.
We're going to game 4, folks.
Game 4. We got a 2-1 here. Panther, after getting walloped, not necessarily walloped, but Taking 2 losses at the front of grand finals is always damage to the mental game, but they showed extreme fortitude, dug those roots deep, and came out with a victory. Well done.
I mean,
Well played.
yeah, that was. I spoke it into existence. I'm not going to take credit for it. I'm just going to say that was the exact situation I was describing. You come out early, and before they can find Mallet, before they can find, a lot of those debuffs, you just spring it on them. And it just happened to draw Living Woods, Shield Slam, Reversal, all in the first 2 turns. Also, the Mana Well, maybe an unsung hero Mana Well there for Panther, which gave them enough mana to survive the mana drain from Pluto. Like, that would have been a real crushing blow if they didn't get that extra 30 and then they get drained for 50 and they're unable to play the closer.
Insane.
I only laugh because I'm chaotic evil, chat. That's where I lie. I just want to see it happen. Here we are. Speaking of happening, this is game 4, 2-1 in favor of Pluto, who instead of starting off with a debuff this turn or this match goes for the courage to buff everything. The trip going to take down defense and agility, but still towering over the stat line of Panther. Panther thankful to at least have their 40, now 60 defense. But fighting into 30 defense of Pluto feels not great, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Panther knows they have to maximize all their damage opportunities as they did in the previous game. 70 defense. I mean, this could be the beginning of something great. We shall see. Again, base stats for agility, Pluto at 16, Panther at 11. So Purification going to come in and instantly.
Living Woods right away. Oh, God,
Yep.
150. That's so scary. Spike Slash going to cut it away a little bit.
Oh, Reversal going to get 20 more.
Oh, goodness.
And take away defense from Pluto. That is all it is.
Flying
it's
cake.
happening.
It's happening. Shield Bash with 170. What's the smacky? 221. What is this? A Lava Titan? What's happening?
221. Mega Smackies in the chat. Oh my good gravy. I mean, that was so. The difference here is that last game Panther was left with essentially nothing, right? But they still have 125 mana.
Yep.
Slow growth or trees growth. Yep.
Mm-hmm. 100 defense back up there. Heavy blow. Not going to hit for that much with 100 defense.
Sonic boom. Here comes the harvest. Oh my, Pluto in a rough spot here. Again, Panther, you're going to close it? No, going to go Mana Well instead. We've seen this before.
Needs the resources.
Base stats, Pluto has got to find the answer or take AL here. And by AL, I mean ANL. Chat, how does that actually work? Take NL? Take loss. A loss, yeah.
So AL.
AL. Let's see what it is. Pluto, first to resolve, has plenty of mana, going for Energy Punch, hoping this plus 20 health is going to keep him in the game. Oh, Courage instead from Panther.
Courage is going to be interesting. Now we get Resolution first. Mana Drain.
The turntables.
Huge here. Yep, it's turning. It's tabling.
Them tables, they be a turning. But
Oak Strike.
Oh, not enough with the debuff on defense.
10 left. 10 left in Pluto's tank. That's it.
And they just keep knocking. Panther now in the danger zone. But Panther gets to resolve first.
Yep.
We see this.
Pluto just said, nah, I'm good.
No thanks. I don't care to know how you'd like to kill me.
Yep. I will take away your satisfaction for my own safety. That's great. All right. We have a game 5. Top of this grand finals for this affiliate tournament.
Wow.
Goodness.
Panther just ran out of gas. Just could not draw the answers, which is kind of I'll just say ironic. I was going to say hilarious, but not in a funny way, but in a very situational irony type way. Pluto did not draw their answer either. They did not draw their healing cards. We thought, oh my goodness, they have to find major recovery here. Instead, they find the mana drain, and Panther finds nothing. They literally strike out on, I'm sure, a double burn for Panther, which is crushing. Or no, all the way around? No, I am thinking the right way around.
Yes.
Panther just did not find the last 10 damage, which is, as Nugget would say, cuckoo bananas in terms of probabilities.
Bananas.
Wow. Game 5. The decider here of tournament champions. Will it be Pluto the Spike Titan? Will it be Panther OMFG the Forest Titan? Chat, who you guys got in this one? I see a lot of fans in the chat. Lots of banter. Love that. Lots of love for both sides here. Oof, 94 with the Nature's Boon for the 1,000 punches. Here comes Shield Slam pretty early. Kachowie. I mean, not early. 153 is spicy, especially after that 1,000 punches for 90 whatever that was before. And Pluto has to play a little bit scared here, right? Like cannot afford to overspend, cannot afford to get hand jammed, cannot afford to not draw the right things moving forward with less than half of their health. All right. First resolution at 73. Camlesh, yes, a best of 5. This is the final game, though. This is game number 5 in the series. Yep. The winner of this game will be the champion of today. Spike Ball going to hit for 40, but potentially even as important, lowering. Oh, my, Panther.
Bug hit, 59. Sonic Boom answers back.
Mana drain in the other direction this time. Good thing Pluto was prepared and had some mana regen on lock already, but Panther was the one starving last time, and now they are pretty healthy in terms of defense and mana and health. The time ticks. What happens? Potentially the final turn. The decider. Oh, the mana drain. Pluto knows their weakness.
Nope, courage. Going to bolster all of those stats. More mana. Give me more mana. I need more resources.
And regeneration again to cover the bases. Holy.
Nature's Boon going to come off of Oak Strike as well. Quill Spray not going to really hit that hard in 75 defense, but
it's over.
Vine Attack will do it.
With
there
the
it is.
Damage.
Wow.
We declare a new winner. It is Forest Titan.
Congrats. Wow. The reverse 3-0 victory.
The reverse 3-0. What a wild grand finals.
Oh, man.
Oof. Not oof. I mean, reverse 3-0, well played to everyone. Everyone played, put it all out there on the line, being decided on the last screen. It's going to be unbeatable. Our new tournament champion of the day, Carol taking second place as the runner-up. Still earning quite a few dollars for all of you that are out there maybe don't know. $4,000 prize pool today. And again, in 24 hours, we will be giving away another $4,000 prize pool.
Absolutely. Woo. Oh, man. Wow. That was quite the grand finals. I am glad I was here to witness it with you, Ross, and, of course, you beautiful people in the chat.
Yeah. If you haven't taken a screenshot yet, you're running out of time. We're closing this thing up. I mean, we went to game 5. We did all the extra credit we could, chat.
Plenty of opportunity. Plenty of chances.
Yeah. But definitely tune in tomorrow. Mark your calendars. Tournament starts up at 8 a.m. Eastern. The bracket runs for a few hours, and then we will be live with bracket finals and grand finals tomorrow, right around 11 or 11:30, depending on how the bracket goes.
Yes.
EST.